Have you ever visited a city so perfectly designed, so unbelievably efficient, and so futuristic that you start asking yourself, how is this even real? Well, today on Infosphere, we dive deep into the incredible story of one traveler who went to Singapore in 2025 and uncovered exactly why the world calls it a miracle city. So let me begin with a question. Is there any other place on Earth where discipline, technology, nature, safety, culture and vision merge so flawlessly that they create a living, breathing utopia? Because that is exactly what he found. Let's uncover the 10 reasons this traveler discovered. Reasons that prove why Singapore is not just a city, it's a miracle. Singapore's unbelievable cleanliness isn't an accident. The first thing he noticed the moment he stepped out of the airport was how impossibly clean everything looked. Not just clean, mirror-shiny clean. Streets, sidewalks, public toilets, MRT stations, buses, food courts, everything looked as though it had just been polished. But what shocked him most wasn't the cleanliness, it was the discipline behind it. Singapore's cleanliness is not natural, it is engineered through strict rules, strong civic values, and a culture of responsibility. The people protect their environment with pride, while most cities struggle with littering. Singapore achieved a system where more than 90% of citizens voluntarily follow public cleanliness norms, and the traveler realized this isn't just hygiene, it is national identity. A city where technology works flawlessly. He realized quickly that Singapore isn't just a modern city, it is a living laboratory of the future. Self-driving buses, automated toll systems, intelligent traffic lights, seamless public Wi-Fi, AI-powered security monitoring, digital payments for even street stalls, everything worked with robotic precision. In many countries, smart city is a slogan. In Singapore, it is everyday life. More than 80% of daily public interactions happen digitally. He understood why experts call Singapore the Silicon Valley of Asia. Not because it has tech companies, but because the entire country itself is a tech masterpiece. Safety levels that feel unreal. One night, around 2 in the morning, he walked back to his hotel. His biggest shock: people strolling casually, women alone, children eating late snacks at food stalls. No shouting, no chaos, no fear. Singapore's crime rate is among the lowest on Earth, with more than 95% of residents feeling completely safe at night. Other countries rely on heavy policing, but Singapore relies on trust, discipline, and strict laws that people actually respect. The traveler said it felt like stepping into a parallel world, one where danger simply didn't exist. A transport system so perfect it feels like magic. The MRT trains arrived every few minutes, always on time. Buses were spotless. Taxis and ride shares were everywhere with fair pricing. And the best part, everything was connected. You can travel across the entire country in under 1 hour. The traveler realized he had never seen a transport system with a satisfaction rate above 90%, something most countries can only dream of. Singapore proves that when you invest in infrastructure, you invest in happiness. Greenery everywhere. Nature is part of the architecture. Singapore is the only city where skyscrapers look like gardens, and gardens look like futuristic art. Green roofs, green walls, urban forests, parks within walking distance, and even airport terminals filled with waterfalls. Nature isn't a decoration, it's the foundation. More than 50% of Singapore's land is covered by greenery. In a world struggling with pollution and urban congestion, Singapore stands as a miracle example of balance. The traveler said he felt like he was walking through a city designed by Mother Nature and Elon Musk together. A cultural blend you cannot find anywhere else. Chinese, Malays, Indians, Eurasians, and dozens of international communities all living together with harmony, respect, and pride. It is one of the only places on Earth where multiple religions stand side by side, where food from every culture is celebrated, and where diversity feels natural, not forced. More than 70% of residents speak more than one language. The traveler realized that Singapore isn't multicultural, it is intercultural, meaning cultures don't just coexist, they mix beautifully. Education and intelligence levels that shape the nation. Singapore's education system ranks among the top in the world almost every single year. Students are highly disciplined, teachers are well-trained, parents are deeply involved. But more importantly, Singapore encourages critical thinking, innovation, and global exposure. The traveler noticed that conversations with everyday locals felt smarter, sharper, and more future-focused. When a nation invests more than 20% of its budget into education, the results become visible everywhere, from the cleanliness to the technology to the ambition of its people. A government that works like a high-efficiency company. The traveler learned something surprising. Singapore's government runs with the efficiency of a private corporation. Transparent planning, long-term strategies, accountability, and zero compromise on corruption. Singapore is one of the least corrupt countries in the world, consistently ranked in the top 10. Policies actually work. Projects finish on time. Money is spent wisely. He realized that the secret behind the miracle city is simple leadership with vision. Food culture, so good it becomes an obsession. From hawker centers to Michelin star stalls, Singapore's food culture blew his mind. He learned that more than 60% of daily meals among locals come from hawker centers, making them the heart of the nation. Chinese noodles, Malay curries, Indian biryanis, Western grills, all in one giant open-air food paradise. The traveler said he had never seen a place where food is not just a meal but a story, an identity, and a daily celebration. Vision for the future. Singapore never stops evolving. Even with everything already perfected, Singapore continues to evolve. Plans for smart districts, sustainable living zones, floating solar farms, AI-powered healthcare, and hydrogen-powered transport are already underway. Singapore doesn't wait for the future, it builds it. And that, he realized, is why the world calls it a miracle city. Because Singapore is proof that with discipline, vision, and unity, a small island with no natural resources can transform into one of the most admired nations on Earth. So after traveling through Singapore in 2025, he finally understood what millions have been saying for years. Singapore isn't just a city, it's a miracle crafted by its people. A miracle built with discipline, technology, intelligence, culture, and unstoppable ambition. If you want to experience a future city today, this is where you go. Thank you for watching Infosphere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on notifications, because we bring you stories from around the world that inspire, educate, and open your mind. See you in the next one.